Our desire to sin, to give in to temptation, is very strong. We're human, we're flesh. Despite following Jesus, praying to God, reading the Bible every day, those temptations never go away. So what do you do in order to defeat it? How do you overcome them? What I like to do, what I would suggest, is as soon as you have that thought, you have to catch it at that moment and try to beat it. And you do that by praying to God, going right to the Bible. Going right to the Bible and reading those verses about sinning, about giving in to temptation. Or not giving in, resisting it. And for instance, I think this is King James Version. Matthew 26:41. Watch and pray that you may not enter into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. The flesh is weak. We're weak. That's why we have to pray. When we have those moments like, oh man, that she's really, really cute. I want to fornicate and I want to do these drugs. Got to go right to the Bible. Another thing, I had to learn this. I did this, and I'll go more in depth in a future video. You have to not put yourself in situations where you may be tempted, where you may give in. I did that. So in 2004 until like August of 2005, I was really, really like doing well. Meaning like I was really into God. I wasn't doing nothing, no drinking, no fornicating, nothing. Threw the magazines away, everything. I was just into God with former friends and coworkers. We'd have a Bible study. Some of us, the coworkers would, and then we'd have it with people we didn't work with. And then we went to church a couple times. And speaking of, there was this play, man. I've never forgot this play. It was called Where Do You Want to Spend Eternity? Man, really good acting. It was a church play, man. It was just really good. But I put myself in situations where I could have gave in to sin and fornicated. I never did, but let me tell you how bad it was. I would literally go with this. I met this lady and we started talking and hanging out. I literally would go to her house and spend a night with her. A few nights. Literally laid in the bed with her. Never did anything, but why put myself in a situation like that if I'm trying to follow Jesus? If I'm trying to live right? So yeah, do not do that. Sometimes, like we go to bars and hang out with people we know we shouldn't hang out with. We hang out with people that we know aren't living for God. And we just want to hang out with, oh, I can resist this. I can be near people, around people in an atmosphere environment where people are smoking and doing drugs, smoking weed and drinking and fornicating. I'm strong enough. I'm not going to give in. Why even put yourself in that situation? Listen, you're going to be tempted by the devil all day, every day. Why purposely place yourself there? So I had to learn that. So yeah, don't do that. Now back reading from the King James Version. This is James chapter 4, verse 8. Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. James chapter 4, verse 17 is about as blunt as it can be when it comes to committing sin, giving in to temptation. It says, so whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him it is sin. I mean, it's just straight to the point. I mean, that's just what it is. 1 John chapter 5, verse 4. This is how you defeat it. This is how you beat sin, how you beat temptation. For everyone who has been born of God overcomes the world. And this is the victory that has overcome the world, our faith. I know we struggle with it, man. I do here and there a little bit, man. Is it going to work out? Am I going to have enough? Am I going to be able to pay for everything? Am I going to be able to have enough money for food? I struggle with that as far as faith. I don't struggle with, am I strong enough in God to defeat sin, to resist temptation? As long as I keep praying, reading the Bible every day, man, I know God's got me. I know the Holy Spirit is good. I know Holy Spirit is talking in my ear like, don't do it. Read the Bible instead. Pray to God instead. The faith, the struggles I have, just a little bit with faith. I know God's going to come through. He's going to work it out. He always does. It's all that other stuff. Take it all to Jesus. Jesus resisted sinning. He overcame temptation. He defeated it. We can't do it. Not by ourselves. Not without him. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, praise Jesus.